Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with T, and I'm T. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, December 5th. Oh my goodness, we're almost to the new year. Hey, Cordelia, that's my girl right there. If y'all don't know Cordelia, you should follow her. She is one of the sisters that keeps it very real, and that's all I need around me. Hey, Felicia. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Mom 187. Hey, A. Hines. Hey, Stephanie Newman. Hey, Just Angela. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Charlie. Swipe and share. If you are on my YouTube channel or Periscope and it blinks out, go to my Facebook page because I've been having some issues with those two platforms. So go to my Facebook page. It's Trey Kearney, and it's public. Hey, Netta. Good morning. Good morning. Wanted my 21-year-old to hear a bit of your discussion. Oh, good. Thank you so much, Felicia. Please. Hey, Nadine. Good morning, Nadine. When we going back out? I had so much fun. Hey, Naja. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all share. Hey, Janelle. We're going to give everybody like 2 seconds to come in because y'all know I hate, and I shouldn't say hate. Hate is such a strong word. I just don't like people that do lives and they take forever to get to the point. So I don't want to do that to y'all, but I do want to give people a couple of seconds to come in. If you don't know me, my name is Trey Kearney. I'm the author of the book is Healing Time, Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. And the book is Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. I think that men and women need to simultaneously heal so that we can have healthy relationships. So I wanted to have a resource for the women, and I wanted to have a resource for the men, so that when we come together, it's not one healed person, because we do a lot of healing for women. We do a lot of empowerment conferences. We come together as girlfriends and have powwows and boom bows to help women. But the men are being left out and they're not healing. And then they're coming and we're blaming them for damaging us, but we're not giving them the resources to heal. And then we're emasculating them as women because we're getting all this help to heal and become bosses and divas. And then all of a sudden we don't need the man. And then we're mad at the man when the man don't show up because we're not letting him show up. But anyway, let me get back. Hey, Karim. So anyway, let's talk about T.I and Tiny, because y'all always sending me stuff, so I have to talk about the stuff, because I promise y'all, whatever y'all ask me to talk about, I'm going to talk about. And for one thing, I am considered a relationship expert based on my books and my blogs and my TV show, but I am here right now on my platform to give you my opinion. So there's no facts about what I'm going to say about T.I and Tiny, just me observing the men in my home. I'm the mother of 3 sons. I have a 25-year-old, yes I do, a 19-year-old and a 10-year-old. So I'm speaking from experience of raising 3 men, because in every little boy there is a man. So for the mothers on here who have sons, we have insight that we can share with people from, actually, I'm not saying I'm a man, but I went through some men things with my sons because I had to go through the transitions of learning, and I was a single mom. So this is my perspective from being a mother of 3 sons. Now, T.I and Tiny have been having some issues, and somebody sent me a clip from the Red Table Talks, and he felt less than when he came out of jail, because before he went in jail, he was very controlling over Tiny. Let's get that straight. Before he went to jail, from what I heard on the interview, he was very controlling, and she let him. This is the stuff I got to say. Hold on, I need a piece of paper because I want the women to understand and hear this. She let him. From what I understand, before he went to jail, he was very controlling. He did not want her to work. He wanted to pursue his career, and she let him. She was down with it. So she said that she felt like she had lost her voice and all of this other stuff. For me, we as women, we have to come out of the blame game, and we have to hold ourselves accountable for the things that we allow. Blame causes guilt. Accountability causes growth. She said some things, and a couple people said, he didn't want her to do her show with her friend. He didn't want her to do her music. Everybody has a choice, okay? You wanted to be, we got to stop this too. We got to stop wanting to be with a man so bad that we will put our life on hold. We got to stop wanting to be with a man so bad that we would allow him to control us. We have a choice in our life with no matter who we're with. Now, if you decide to let a man tell you that you can't do your TV show, or if you decide to let a man say you can't pursue your music career anymore, you're making a grown-up decision. We put this thing out here, love and my husband. No, we sit down and we need to have real conversations to say, why wouldn't you not want me to pursue my TV career? Why wouldn't you not want me to do my music? I understand you want me to raise the children, or whatever his reason was. But T.I is a street dude. And he is who he is. And we have to understand as women, when we get into these relationships with men, that they are who they are. And when things start to show up, we have to say, you're guilty, Kathleen. I know. We have to say to ourselves, the only person that I could change in this situation is me. And you have to understand, men and women, you have to understand it's a powerful, powerful thing to say to yourself. Self-awareness is powerful. To say to yourself, the only person that I could change in this relationship is me. Sometimes you can't change the people around you, but you could change the people around you. Did y'all get that? Sometimes you can't change the people around you, meaning their behavior, meaning how they show up, but you could change if they are around you. So sometimes we get into these spaces where we want to blame. He didn't let me do this and he didn't let me do that and I wasn't here. No, you wanted him so bad that you stayed in a situation that was unhealthy, and it was cheating that was going on. And he said something on part of the interview. He said, I came out of jail and then this happened, which led to that happening and that happening. There's no excuse for cheating. And I said in the interview a long time I did with Al Black, if we can't, a man can't blame us for cheating, right? A man can't blame us because he cheated on us. But you can't blame him because you decided to stay in the relationship. I'm going to say that again. A man can't blame us because he decided to cheat on us. But we can't blame them when we decide to stay in these relationships and deal with the fact that he never ever got help. T.I is the same person from the day that Tiny met him. And he makes that clear. He's the same person. And he doesn't want to get help. And I'm telling you, it's two things about men. We have to understand that sometimes there's some things that a man can't give us based on what he doesn't have and what he doesn't know. There's a whole different thing. And the man has to be willing to want to learn to give us those things. The things that he just does not know how to give us. Because a lot of men have their own issues and they don't know how to give love, or they don't know how to be vulnerable, or they don't know how to lead, or they don't know how to communicate. But that man has to be willing to learn how to communicate. That man has to be willing to learn how to lead, because at this point, he can't give you what he doesn't have, but he has to be willing to get the help that is going to lead to giving you the things that you need to thrive in that relationship. Not the things that you want. Because we're not talking about shoes and money and red bottoms and fur coats and Gucci bags and pocketbooks. No, we're talking about the things that you need to thrive in that relationship as far as loyalty, respect, leading the home, the things that you need in order to have a healthy relationship with a person. We're not talking about material things or money right now. We're talking about the things that he needs to be willing to learn how to do that you need in a relationship. And now there's this other man that won't give you what you want, that has decided he can give it to you, but he won't. He won't be loyal. He won't be respectful because that's not who he is and that's not who he wants to be. But the key here is if the man is not willing to get the tools and the help that he needs to give you what you need, or if a man decides that he does not want to give you what you need, you have 2 legs, 2 feet, 10 toes to the curb. Let's go. So we're not going to sit around and complain about what somebody is not doing or what somebody can't do or they won't do. You have a conscious mind and you can make a conscious decision to say, this is not what I want. And you can sit down with the person. And I'm not telling people go break up, go leave your man, go get a divorce, but sit down and have real conversations, because everybody deserves to be happy in a relationship. Every single person, the man, the women, the children who are involved in that relationship, everybody deserves to be happy, but it takes working. Listen to this. It takes working on yourself. If 2 people are willing to work on themselves to be healthy, 2 people are going to come together in a healthy state. I don't blame anybody for anything or anywhere I am at this point in my life, because I work on me on a regular basis. When situations arrive with family, friends, my man, when situations come to surface, I look at me in the situation to say, first of all, what did I bring to the situation that would lead it to this? And then when I analyze and I figure out and I say, okay, I'm willing to change this, or I'm willing to do this, or I figure out this has nothing to do with me because I worked on that portion of who I used to be or what I used to do. So I know consciously I have a lot of self-awareness about what I don't do anymore, or what I try not to do, because we are all not perfect. I try not to yell. I try not to scream. I try not to point fingers. I try to put myself in the person's shoes. So if I'm working on myself and I'm coming together, but if the other person is not working on themselves and they're not willing to work on themselves, you got some big girl decisions to make or some big boy decisions to make, because some women need a lot of work. Some women, some grown 50-year-old, 45, 32 women need some work. They got daddy issues and mommy issues and children issues, and I wasn't treated right in the house, and nobody liked me at school. Some women got some issues. They want you to be their father. I'm talking to brothers right now. They want daddy. They was daddy's little girl, daddy's little princess. Now they want to come in and be your princess, and you looking at her like, I'm not your father, and you not my princess. You my wife. You a grown woman, and we gonna come together. We gonna work this out as two grown women, and I'm not gonna baby you. Right. Then some women didn't have a father, so they expected you to be dad. They asking you and saying nobody and people, and you looking at them like, girl, you got daddy issues. So you get to walk away if things are not what they need to be. Like I said, I'm not telling anybody to get a divorce, but we all have a choice. And a lot of times we sit and we play victim. Like Tiny, when I was watching a little bit, I'm like, Tiny, honey, you're not the victim. And what happened was, when the tables turned, no pun intended, because they was on Red Table Talk. What happened was, when the tables turned and he went to jail, she found her power in his absence. And when he came back, you can't shift when somebody's not there. And then when they come back, say, I had to pick up the pieces and I had to do this and I had to do that because you decided that you wanted to go to jail and you need to do. No, you knew who he was when you signed up for the marriage. And then he said he married her. There were so many different things that was going, so many different dynamics of conversation that they just didn't have at the beginning. And a lot of us don't as black folks. We need to have some real conversations at the beginning. When somebody is about to propose to you, or somebody comes into your life saying, I'm interested in being married, we need to ask them the question, right? Why do you want to marry me? Because it's just a real question. Why do you want to marry me? What makes you want to marry me? Because I need to hear that. Because he said he married her because when his father was on his deathbed, his father said, find somebody to be with so you don't be alone. So you marry me because your father said, find somebody to be with so you don't be alone. Not for us to grow together and to love and honor and cherish each other and take care of each other through sickness and in health. Not because of love and these are the things that I want to grow old with you, because I trust you to take care of my heart, my soul, my spirit. You are my best friend. I know that you'll be there when nobody else is there. I know that when I lay in your arms, I feel safe. I know that you are the woman that I want to have my children because of your character, because of your values, because of your morals. Not because my father said don't die alone, because his father died alone. So his fear, come on, y'all. His fear of watching his father die alone was the catapult to him marrying Tiny. We got to know what our marriage is based on. They still don't seem all together because they're not all together. Valerie, they're not all together because when you don't get the help that you need individually and together, nothing changes if nothing changes. You could tell from the interview they have not had these talks with somebody professional. You could tell because he was huffing and puffing and she was rolling her eyes, which I'm sure he saw her body language. Ladies, we got to be real careful with our body language with our men because it's disrespectful. It was disrespectful to me to see her because we know as black women, as sister girls, we could, when you do that, that's saying this nigga. Excuse my language, but you know T.I and their language is that's what they probably talking about when they in the house. So that's her body language to him was, he the one that was in jail and he the one that was doing this. That's not healthy communication. Even if you on red table talks and you trying to open up. No, you need to sit somewhere so y'all can have some real time and some real talk where you're not emasculating him by your body language, or you're not talking down to her with your body language. Because he was very aggressive too. He was very frustrated with his body. I'm like, yo, and you got to have the right person in front of you to say, wait a minute, wait, everybody chill. It's okay. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Right, they both need healing. We're going to get to the bottom. And then T.I. said, I never had a childhood. I was just listening to some of the stuff that he said. Like, I never had a childhood. So what I got to do, I got to learn from the streets. And we have to be real aware of who we lay next to. And like I said, for Tiny, she flipped the table when she found her voice when she was in jail. This is what we need to do as women. Don't lose your voice in a relationship. But we so scared that a person is going to walk away that we will lose our voice not me. This is what I got to say. If this ain't what it is, then I got to go. That's just who I am. I'm not losing me again. I'm not losing my voice for nobody. I'm not harsh. I'm not cruel. I'm not mean. I'm not mad. But this is what we talked about. This is what we're going to do. This is what we both decided that we're going to do. This is what needs to be fixed. This is what needs to be tweaked. This is what I can give you, and this is what I can't give you. Tell me what you could give me and what you can't give me, so I can make a decision based on whether I want to be in this or not. And you can make a decision based on whether you want to be in this or not. T.I. is, and I'm not saying he's cheating right now, but from my observation, he's not a one-woman man. So that's an internal struggle probably for him every day. But he can be if he doesn't think that he's missing out on something. And a lot of men think that. They got the ideal woman next to them. And I'm not bragging about ideal women and all, but you got the ideal woman next to you. Loves you, cooks, cleans, will walk to the moon for you, will take care of your children, will help you pay bills, will love on you, will pick you up when you fall down. But if you still in a mindset as a man that there might be a better option out there, you're not ready and you just need help, because you're always going to think it's a better option, and you're never going to be in a healthy relationship, because as soon as it goes to the point where it's getting solidified, you're going to run for cover. And this is just because men hurt too. Men need help. If a man has not healed from the trauma of a woman cheating on him, he don't trust women. He not going to marry you. He not going to trust you 100%. I don't care what you give him. If a man has been devastated by a woman cheating on him, his wife, his girlfriend, his fiance, he don't trust women if he did not go get the help, because first of all, he's insecure in who he is, because why would a woman cheat on me? Was I not good enough? Was my penis too small? Was I not smart enough? If he has not dealt with those issues, he cannot function properly to be a whole man in a whole relationship, because he is in bits and pieces on the inside because a woman cheated on him. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I cheated on my ex-husband. We had to have a real conversation. I had to really, it wasn't you. And a lot of women that cheat, they not circling back because they don't still have a relationship with the person that they cheated on. I had to really sit down with him because I love him as a person. And I had to tell him it had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with you sexually. It had nothing to do with you financially. It had nothing to do with you intellectually. It was me. I was screwed up. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know what I wanted. I got married, met you at 18, got married at 21. I felt like I had lost out and didn't party and hang out. But guess what? Guess who learned the hard way? Me. Just like all the men out here learning the hard way and missing the one that got away because he felt like it was something better out there, like he missed something. So it's a lot of men running around here who are hurt and devastated from being, that is the worst thing for a man. For women, it's bad for us. It's really bad for us. But on a different emotional level. Men on an ego level, crushed, buried, and burnt. He can't give you what he need because he has not gotten over that hurt. So, ladies, like I said, T.I, whatever his issue is with women, whether his mother emasculated him, and I don't know, I'm just throwing out some examples. He never said anything bad about his mother, or whether his mother made him feel small, or whether his mother made him feel like a baby, because sometimes it's not even a bad thing that